here. Feel good, feel right, with choices so bright. From trusted names who genuinely care. TheMedChat.com, that's where it's at. Helping you discover your ideal match.
The red flags and green flags of plastic surgeons. What you need to know. Hey, Med Chatters, it's your girl, Angela Chatterfield. Last episode, we exposed how marketing has replaced real patient education and why the MedChat directory is changing the game. Today, we're getting into the real reason you're here. How to separate the best plastic surgeons from the ones who should never touch your face or your body. Because not all surgeons are created equal. You've heard me say it over and over again. And not all board certifications mean what you think they do. Now, you might think board certification, a luxury office, or a high follower count on Instagram means a surgeon is legit. But what if I told you those things don't actually guarantee skill, safety, or results? Now, we all know there's no guarantees in anything, but the goal is to reduce risk by doing our due diligence. So let's break down the red flags, the green flags, and how to know when you found the right surgeon. Let's start with the red flags. Now, the things that, should make you kind of pause and seriously reconsider on the right track. Number one, fake or misleading board certification. If it's the Board of Plastic Kind of Surgeons Incorporated, if it's quasi-board for certification or some funny name that you don't really know, in this day and age, we can always go on the internet somewhere and at least confirm what we're looking at. So here's the deal. You know that not all boards are certified and considered equal. So in the MedChat directory, what we did is we included what we call the top three. The American Society of Plastic Surgeons, number one, is ASPS, that's their acronym. They are board certified plastic surgeons trained in reconstructive and aesthetic procedures. Then there's the Aesthetic Society. So the Aesthetic Society, it's board certified plastic surgeons, but they're also a specialized group that focus specifically on aesthetic surgery. And then there's the American Board of Cosmetic Surgery. That's the ABCS. Now, they specialize in cosmetic surgery, but just to keep it real, they are not recognized by the American Board of Medical Specialties. Well, then why do we include all three? Well, because you deserve full transparency, not marketing. Unlike most directories, our listings are not pay to play, meaning we include all qualified surgeons regardless of whether they pay for an upgraded profile. Our featured listings, they're an option for doctors who want to provide more detailed information for patients, and they want to keep their profiles updated with pricing and more detailed information. They also appear at the top of their geographic area to make them a little easier to find. But here's the key difference. We never steer you toward a specific surgeon just because they have a featured listing. The choice is 100% yours. Another red flag, super low prices. The ones that seem too good to be true. Plastic surgery isn't something you bargain shop for. If a procedure is significantly cheaper than average, there's a reason. And guess what? It's probably not a good one. How about over-promising results? If any surgeon guarantees you that you'll look exactly like a celebrity, fill in the blank, or that you'll have zero downtime, not true. Come on. If you get a tooth pulled, you have downtime. All surgery has risk. Healing takes time. And no two people will ever have identical results. Not mother-daughter, not sister-sister, not friend-friend. Also, no reputable surgeon will rush you into surgery or offer limited time discounts. It's a medical procedure. It's It's not a Black Friday sale.
Plastic surgeons are going to hate me for talking about this, but unveiling secrets from Gara Plastic Surgery Center and their board-certified expertise to help you achieve desired results effortlessly. Through advanced techniques and meticulous care, achieve the aesthetic enhancement you desire. Schedule your consultation and begin your journey to renewed confidence.
Okay, now, we talked about what to avoid. We called them red flags. So let's talk about what makes a great surgical experience, because trust me, they do exist. As a matter of fact, most board-certified plastic surgeons are going to give you a great experience. You just need to know where to look. So first, we want to make sure they are board-certified by a legitimate plastic or cosmetic surgery board. ASPS, the Aesthetic Society, and the ABCS are the boards we include in the MedChat directory because they represent surgeons that specialize in cosmetic and aesthetic surgery. You want transparent pricing and financing options if they're available. The best surgeons will walk you through the total cost up front, no hidden fees, no bait and switch tactics. You know exactly what you're looking at. Also, I really am passionate about a focus on patient education. Do they take the time to explain the risk? Or do they brush them off? Oh, no big deal. You'll be fine. Don't worry about it. That's not explaining to you about risk. A good surgeon wants you to be fully informed, not just excited to schedule surgery. And remember, we talked about that no pressure consultation. But see, there's no need to overcomplicate it. There is nothing wrong with making a decision at your first consultation. We actually encourage it. The difference? You should have done your research beforehand. Come in with a list of questions. As a matter of fact, you should have a date in mind. And after you have all of that, and you feel like the staff and the surgeon truly have listened and addressed your concerns, all those boxes are checked, continue and move on with the surgery. Because if you keep looking after that point, you're going to be confused. You won't remember who told you what. When it feels right, do right. Because the right surgeon will make you feel right, you'll trust them, and guess what? You can trust your instinct.
Have you ever wondered how to confidently choose the right expert for your next plastic surgery journey? In a world of overwhelming options, the MedChat directory connects you with trusted experts for your plastic surgery journey. Discover who everyone's raving about and take your step confidently. Explore now.
Why does the MedChat directory change everything? Well, for 2 years, we've been using our own resources. That means our own money, our own time, our own staff to build the MedChat directory. We've used not only human checks and balances, but of course we used AI to use checks and balances. We did everything to make it as complete and as comprehensive as we could because no one else was giving patients the full picture. Most referral sites are pay to play, meaning only the doctors who pay big money get featured. And that's not what we do. Yes, we offer featured listings, which allow surgeons to update their information, provide more details for patients, and to appear at the top of their geographical area. But here's the difference. Surgeons do not pay to be listed, and they do not pay for consultation requests. That means there's no financial incentive for us to push you towards one doctor over the other. The directory is about giving you real, unbiased options. And let's talk about price. That's right, money, baby. It does matter, which is why we created the Plastic Surgery Cost Estimator. Women, come on, women, typically don't like talking about money. We wanted to make it much easier for you. And also, we're not just a directory online. We have a full team there to help you make sure that you know what's realistic, what's overpriced, and where you should never cut corners. The bottom line, you are responsible for the choices you make. Let's just be real. And that's what informed consent forms are when you sign them. That's what they mean. They mean you know you've been informed. But how informed are you really if you haven't had an opportunity to take a deep dive? That's what we want to change. So Med Chatters, I want to hear from you. Drop a comment on any channel where you're watching this podcast, and I will send you my free ultimate beauty cheat sheet, how to find a surgeon who gets it right the first time. That's right, no fluff, no bias, just the facts that you need before making a life-changing, and yes, I said life-changing, because no matter which procedure you choose, or even if you choose no procedure, it is life-changing. So that's a wrap for today on themedchat.com. Now you know what to avoid, what to look for, and why we built the MedChat directory to give you the unbiased information you deserve. Next week, we're back to our Walk Through Fire series. But if you've got more questions about this topic, let me know in the comments. Until then, stay smart, because you know you are. Stay informed and keep chatting. I'll see you at themedchat.com.
TheMedChat.com, that's where it's at. Helping you discover your ideal match.